2023 was a year that so many people, including Disney themselves, predicted they'd have a bounce back, that this would be their year. But instead, it's been more of the same. After one of the worst years they've had in history in 2022, 2023 has been more of the same, even with Bob Iger coming back to replace Bob Chapek. And it's gotten so bad, even the media can't help but acknowledge that fact. Whether it's at the box office, whether it's streaming, whether it's struggles at the theme parks, Disney has been bleeding, which is why for the past year, after their stock fell 50% in 2022, it's been another miserable down year for Disney. And apparently it's gotten so bad that Bob Iger decided he needed to go out and do more damage control and say, hey, you know what? Maybe we should just focus on entertainment. Maybe we should quiet down all the woke agenda bullshit and just focus on entertaining people. Weird, the idea of actually entertaining people instead of pushing a woke agenda down everyone's throats. Amazing that Bob Iger came out and said this yesterday. However, everybody that's running with this headline, everybody that's talking about this today should just be aware that if that headline looks familiar to you, it's because it is. Bob Iger said this a year ago. A little bit after he took back over as CEO, he did some big town hall meeting, and he said almost exactly the same fucking thing. Bob Iger says he doesn't like Disney embroiled in political controversies, will try to quiet things down. That seems like it could be a headline that you see today with all these articles, doesn't it? But no, this is from the 28th of November. Disney's old, now new CEO Bob Iger reportedly said at an employee town hall meeting he doesn't like seeing the company embroiled in controversies, saying he'll try to quiet things down on the political front. He even said it shouldn't be any kind of agenda, we should just be focused on entertaining people. Well, guess what? A few months after that, Disney CEO Bob Iger, those of us in positions to influence law, shape culture, have an extra responsibility to push gun control. Then, of course, right after that, Bob Iger said, we think it's as important as getting involved in World War II to push the LGBTQ agenda in our programming for children. That's straight from Bob Iger during an investor call. He basically compared what Disney's doing now, pushing an agenda, to what Martin Luther King did, what happened with, standing up against the Nazis. That's what Bob Iger compared this to. So the idea that now Bob Iger's saying this, that means things are going to change, is a little bit laughable in my opinion, considering he literally said this exact same thing nearly a year ago. But this is now what people are reporting today, September 20th. Walt Disney's CEO Bob Iger said in a recent investor meeting, the company will quiet the noise from culture war controversies. This approach comes as Disney remains mired in an arduous legal dispute with Governor DeSantis, a dispute that started when Disney protested Florida legislation banning the sexualization of children by teachers. If anybody believes that this is true, I don't know what to tell you. We should believe it when we see it. When we start to see Disney actually make a change, but instead the opposite has happened. We see men, bearded men dressed as women, greeting little children who want to become princesses at Walt Disney World, at Walt Disneyland. We've seen the leaked Zoom calls. We know about the not-so-secret gay agenda that Disney's continuing to push in their children's programming. Bob Iger coming out and saying this means absolutely nothing to me other than the fact that he knows they're still in a bad spot. They still have a bad reputation, that people do not trust them. They need to do something to tell people, please come back and give us a chance. But until people see that actual change, I'm not sure it's going to be all that effective. What do you guys think about Bob Iger once again saying he wants to quiet things down, quiet the noise when it comes to the culture wars, all while continuing to push garbage in their programming? Let me know in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.